Hello, I'm Elif and this is a recap for episode 26 of the series My Name Is Farah, 24 hours after Turkey and before dubbed for TV. Tahir puts on his mask and heads towards the forest without being seen by Mehmet and his group. However, when Mehmet can't find Tahir, he goes into the forest. Seeing Mehmet in trouble, Tahir rings him and says, "If you look to your right, you'll see me." Mehmet instructs his people to stay back. Tahir comes out, asking Mehmet to let him go. But before Mehmet can decide, other forces arrive, and Tahir gets arrested. Mehmet refuses to let them take Tahir and says he will personally hand him over to the authorities. With the help of one of Orhan's men, who is among the police forces, they successfully get Elias out of the hospital. Farah and Gunal also manage to escape. Using a listening device from one of Karim Shah's toys, Benim discovers that Marjan didn't show the newspaper to Karim Shah. He takes Marjan's phone, locks her in a room, and says, "You'll pay for your betrayal." Mehmet holds the car door while Tahir scolds him for colluding with Orhan. Their argument escalates, and Tahir says he has a reason for his actions. Amid the confrontation, Commissioner Saleh, the head of the police, arrives and signals Mehmet and Tahir to step aside. Gunal, remembering her father's words, cries and can't believe he has committed so many crimes. Farah and Bader try to calm her. Farah says their only chance to destroy Orhan and Benim is to keep Elias alive because Benim wants to destroy their shipment, and only Elias knows its location. Commissioner Saleh takes Tahir and Mehmet to a car, and Mehmet, thinking he is one of Orhan's men, taunts and mocks him. However, Saleh informs Tahir that he has acted so that Orhan won't suspect him and is after Orhan and his superiors. Saleh offers Tahir the chance to continue working with Orhan and act as an informant for the police. Tahir says, "I killed Ali Galib. If I don't accept your offer, I'll go to jail. If I agree, Orhan will provide evidence to the police, and I'll still go to jail. Now that I'm going to jail, let me wreak havoc for him." Saleh says, "This chance should be given to your brother." Enraged with Tahir, Mehmet reluctantly agrees, but as soon as Saleh leaves, he punches Tahir hard. Through his listening device, Benim overhears his mother, Gulsuma, threatening and telling Rakshan to stay away from Akbar. Gulsuma says, "Because of Akbar, you falsely accused my daughter. You took my husband. You tormented us for years. Isn't it enough?" Rakshan responds, "Living for years without a trace of love and attention. That's the real prison." Benim, hearing this, becomes extremely angry. Mehmet goes to see Bader and tells her that today, his brother also left him alone, and Bader is the only one he trusts. He takes a ring from his pocket and asks Bader, "Shall we get married?" "I think we can, huh?" Bader, sobbing, says, "I can't." "Forgive me, Mehmet," and separates from him. At night, Benim invites Akbar for dinner, and when everyone is gathered around the table, he pulls out a gun and says, "Betrayal runs deep in this family." He mentions being aware of his mother's relationship with his uncle. Rakshan, vehemently, says Farah must have accused her of this, and it's not true. Benim insists that he heard it himself. Benim points the gun at his uncle, and Rakshan shields Akbar with her body. Benim tells Akbar that he'll be in prison for the rest of his life and informs his mother that he's going to Iran, never to see her and his grandchildren again. Benim tells Marjan, "If you don't do what I say, you'll go to your father." To calm down Mehmet, who is still angry with him, Benim mentions their parents' grave and shows him a picture Orhan gave him. Mehmet is moved by seeing the picture of his family. Tahir goes to visit Elias and is shocked to see Farah there. He attacks Orhan's men, shouting, "Did you steal my wife, you shameless people?" Farah intervenes, revealing that she works for Orhan, leaving Tahir stunned. In this altercation, Elias is brought to an end. Tahir calls Hezir and tells him to investigate Korshat as his people are transporting the shipment. Gunal goes to see Mehmet and apologizes for not believing his explanation. Mehmet immediately embraces Gunal and says, "You're my life." Following Farah's request, Gunal informs Mehmet about the shipment incident to assist them. When Tahir learns that Farah did this, he becomes extremely angry. Baki and Hezir go to see Korshat, pretending to be affiliated with Benim, to find out about the shipment's location. However, Korshat reads their intentions, pulls out his gun, and points it at them. Baki says, "When we came here, our people took pictures of us. If the Iranians find out our people collaborated with you, will you stay alive? What about Tahir? Aren't you afraid of him?" Hezir adds, "It seems you don't want enemies." In the meantime, Farah and Tahir confront Benim and contact Hezir. Korshat surrenders when he realizes that Baki and Hezir are working with Benim. Farah and Tahir approach Benim, and through Hezir, Hat informs Benim, "You wanted to destroy your shipment and frame me, huh?" Tahir tells Benim, "Call your uncle and tell him the transportation is cancelled. If there's no deal involved, everything will be resolved." Farah adds, "It's over, Benim." Benim, defeated, points his gun at Tahir, saying, "Now that I'm ruined, you'll be too. Let's shoot together. Take care of our son, Farah. Tahir and I are leaving." At that moment, a gunshot is heard. Marjan shoots Benim from the top of the stairs. The next day, Karim Shah sits by his father's bedside, and when Benim regains consciousness, he asks about his well-being. Wiping away his tears, Benim says, "Don't worry." At that moment, Tahir and Farah enter, stating that they brought Karim Shah to bid farewell because Benim is returning to Iran. Tahir says, "Someone who had orders from you to kill your uncle has been caught. He confessed. Whether you get executed or sentenced to life imprisonment, your uncle's justice is served." Farah adds, "If you reveal the films, Karim Shah will lose his grandmother. Whose revenge do you want, mine or your son's?" People from Mahmoud come after Benim, saying the sentence has been announced, and Benim won't die peacefully, he'll rot in prison. They take Benim and Rakshan to Iran with them. Thanks for watching, stay tuned for the next episode.